Well, hello and welcome to my channel, Laura's Lupus. And hi, my name is Laura, and I created this channel in order to bring about awareness, education, and encouragement for the disease called lupus. And so this channel was created especially for lupus survivors like myself and you. And so today's topic is going to be hair loss, the dreaded hair loss. And unfortunately, that is a part of the disease, especially if you have lupus, the SLE, which is the systemic lupus, which means that it can take place in any system of the body. And because of lupus itself and because of the medications they have you on that you may be prescribed, you will suffer some sort of hair loss. I know Plaquenil is one of those medications that it will cause hair loss. If you are suffering major hair loss, you can ask your physician to adjust the medicine, but just make sure that your lupus levels are okay before you do any type of medication adjustment. And I know for us women, hair loss is a big deal because our hair is our crown of glory. And so it's really difficult, when you're used to having so much hair and then, your hair is falling out, not just a few strands in a brush, but maybe it's coming out a whole bunch or handfuls. But that's just a part of the disease. And also with lupus, not only can it affect the hair on your head, but it can cause the loss of your eyebrows. You can lose your eyebrows, you can lose your eyelashes, and any type of body hair. Like if you had hair on your arms or on your legs, you may start to notice that that starts to disappear. Your legs may look really shiny due to loss of hair. And so there is good news and there is bad news when it comes to hair loss with lupus. The good news is that if there's no scarring, which is called discoid lesions, as long as that's not on your scalp, then you can regrow your hair. If you have any type of discoid lesions on your hair and on your scalp, then wherever those lesions are, your hair follicles are dead. And so the hair will not regrow. You can try everything from Rogaine to shots in the head, but with those lesions, basically it suffocates and it kills the hair follicles and the roots of the hair. And so no hair will grow wherever there is discoid lesions. So if you don't have discoid lesions, there's a possibility for your hair can be regrown. And so, what are some of the things that we can do if we are suffering hair loss due to lupus? Well, the first thing we can do is that we can get an evaluation by our dermatologist, a full evaluation, to make sure, first of all, that it's just not from lupus. Make sure that there's not something else going on in the body. For example, make sure that you're not deficient in vitamins A, B, and E. Those are really good vitamins for growing the hair. So you need to have a full evaluation. Also, make sure that you're not deficient in protein. Protein is something that the hair is made of. So if you're deficient in that, you're going to suffer with a lot of hair loss. Make sure that you're not deficient in iron and biotin and zinc. And also make sure that you keep your body well hydrated, whether it's summer or winter. Our body needs, we're 70% water, so our body needs as much water as possible in order for things to reproduce, in order for cells to reproduce, for everything in this body to grow and to function normally. It needs water, including for our hair to grow. For me, with my lupus and everything, my hair will grow, but then the same amount of growth that I have, my hair will turn around and it will break off. So let's say in a couple of months it grows 1 inch. Well, then when that growth stage is over, because our hair grows through stages, it goes through a stage in which it's growing, 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 and then it goes through a stage in which it stops. And so for me, when that growth stage stops, then whatever new growth I have, it breaks off. So if I gain an inch, I lose an inch. And so I'm kind of stuck in between that rock and that hard plate as far as getting the hair to grow. Another thing that's recommended that I found during my research for those of us that have lupus, to stay away from, so much heated styling, blow drying, flat iron. They recommend that we wash our hair and allow it to air dry. Also, when you're drying your hair with a towel, to pat it dry, not really rub it. Another thing that they recommend that will cut down, and even if you don't have lupus, these are some things that they recommend that will stop your hair from breaking off if you're experiencing any type of hair breakage. Never comb your hair or brush your hair when it's wet. Allow it to dry. Also, we must find a way to keep the scalp and the hair moisturized, not just by what we take internally, but whatever products we put on our hair, to make sure that we're keeping the hair and the scalp moisturized and not allowing it to dry out. And so, a moisturized scalp, moisturized hair means that your hair can be healthy and it allows the hair to grow. Do not over moisturize because that can smother the hair and cause breakage, but enough moisture that the scalp is not drying out. Um, Also, avoid stress and avoid relaxers and perms. Once I found out that I had lupus and everything, I would get a relaxer every 10 weeks. And so I had to discontinue that, because the chemicals from the relaxers is not good for those of us who have lupus. So my hair is in its natural state. But I thank God that even though I have hair loss, that you can still wear cute little turbans like this. You can wear cute hats, scarves. You can do protective styles like braids or weaves. You can also wear your hair in its natural state. Um, so there's all kinds of ways that even with hair loss, you can wear a wig if you choose to. I choose not to. And if you do, hey, that's up to you. But you can do a lot of things to protect your hair or wear it in its natural state. Either way, I want to encourage you, however you choose to wear your hair, even with the hair loss, that you are beautiful anyway. Okay? And so, um, there's a lot of things out there on the market that promise, growth and guarantee growth within a few weeks, or, you can grow your hair in 6 inches within 6 weeks. And I want to tell you that I've tried almost 50% of the stuff out there, and there's not a guarantee that with lupus that your hair is going to grow that fast. And even if it does, even if you receive some growth, that the growth is not going to be maintained. And so, for me, one of the problems, like I stated before, is that my hair will grow. And then when the growth stage is over, I lose all of that growth and everything. And I'm not a steroid person. And the doctors, the first thing they will recommend is that they have a steroid preparation that has peanut oil in it. And, because I'm taking steroids because of the lupus, I just don't want to continuously take steroids. That's not good. And I've never been much of a medicine taker anyway. I don't like popping pills and everything. So adding steroids to steroids, to me, that's just not good. So I'm looking for something that will grow my hair and allow me to maintain and retain that growth, without having, shots in my head or without taking steroids. And so these are some of the things that are out there on the market, especially if you're looking for natural things to grow your hair. I mean, because there are a lot of shampoos out there that promise, this, that, and that chemical will grow your hair. I'm not for the chemicals. And then also, if you have a sensitive scalp, there can be one ingredient in that product. Everything else can be great. So you have to really be careful when you go to the store to read the ingredients, because everything else can be fine, but there can be that one ingredient that will irritate your scalp and it just messes up everything. So these are some of the things out there that are recommended on the market, and these are natural things that can help your hair to grow. Rice water, a hair massage. I like that. I do hair massages all the time to myself. Tea tree oil. I tried the tea tree oil, It's very drying, it's very harsh. I've even tried mixing it with other essential oils, and I can only use it for a short period of time because it dries my scalp out so bad. And a dry scalp is not a healthy scalp, especially for those of us who are of the African American culture. Our scalp has to stay moisturized, our hair has to stay moisturized. So, also olive oil. I've tried that. That works really nice. Coconut oil, baby oil, shea butter. Right now, I am trying argan oil, and that seems to be working nicely, and it smells terrific. So, peppermint oil, almond oil, peanut oil, lavender oil, sesame seed oil, and then aloe vera is something that's recommended. Now, there's something else that's on the market, and it's called Rogaine, and it is a medical treatment for hair loss, whether it's alopecia, hair loss due to lupus, male pattern baldness. Um, but the thing about Rogaine, it will grow your hair nicely, but once you stop, again, all of that growth, you will lose all of that hair. And so, if you guys have any recommendations for hair growth, retaining hair growth, please let me know in the comments below. If you have something that you can recommend for hair growth and everything. But like I said, I have tried the tea tree oils, too dry. Olive oil works good. Coconut oil works for me. Baby oil, shea butter for sure, and argan oil. Um, right now, I'm using the argan oil. I'll try a product and I'll maybe try it for about 3 to 6 months and see how it does. And for me, with my lupus, and because I have psoriasis on my scalp as well, my body grows accustomed to whatever I'm using, and so I have to switch my products up every 3 months. I have to try something different. Like for 3 months, I'll do coconut oil. Then my body gets accustomed to that, and then I have to go to the baby oil. After 3 months of that, then I have to go over to the olive oil. So that's just for me. I don't know about anyone else, but if you have any recommendations, please let me know. And this here is just, I just wanted to talk to you guys about hair loss. I know that's something that, as a lupus survivor, that we're all going through, but there is hope. And like I said, thank God for wigs and scarves and weaves and hats and everything. We can still look beautiful, even with our hair loss. And so that's all I have for now. If you have any questions, recommendations, if there's a product that you have tried that I didn't mention, especially I'm looking for something natural. I don't want anything that's got a lot of chemicals or, pills or medications or anything like that, or steroids. I want some of the natural essential oils. And if you have something that is working for you, please let us know. I'm quite sure that I'm not the only one that's trying different products, or wondering what can I do to stop this hair loss and to get my hair to grow. I'm not asking for a miracle. Well, maybe I am, because I do miss my hair. But if you have any recommendations, please let me know. And so at that point, this last point here, I'm going to end the video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I appreciate you. If you enjoy the content of my YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. And until we meet again, remember, there is life after lupus. All right, take care, everybody.